Hello and welcome to day 134 of Dungeon23, the series where we make a room of a mega dungeon every day for a year. Today is going to have a very special skeleton mage in it, in that he's specifically a conjurer, and he has a special ability to summon imps. He also has 3 imps accompanying him already, and the way he works is that he's basically a regular skeleton mage, not like an armored one. I'm using the armored token because it's still appropriate, but he doesn't have the armor. It's red robes, but it's not actual armor. So he is basically just a regular skeletal mage, with the except of its few special abilities. Now it does have a bit more health, as we can see here, of 17, which is a little bit above average, maybe. And it has a 15 in armor class because it basically has mage armor. It doesn't really have the spell, it just has that ability of having its armor class be higher. It also has a single second level spell slot, and it knows the spell False Life. So it could not really heal itself, but it could really bolster its own defenses. And its most important ability is that as an action, it could conjure a single imp for 1 minute. It's not concentration, and he can only conjure a single imp per turn, but there's no real limit to his imps. It's just that he has to spend an action to make them, and they last for a minute. That is pretty intense, but it's kept in balance by a recharge 6, meaning roll a d6, and if it's a 6, he could use it again, otherwise it can't. And I imagine this guy is probably going to just let the imps do most of the fighting, and then kind of stand back and either conjure an imp or give himself false life to make himself stronger, or maybe even do false life on one of his imps, and just keep doing that while he's in the back. And killing him, because again it's not concentration, isn't going to get rid of the imps he summoned, but he's obviously not going to be able to conjure more if he's dead. Well, technically he's already dead because he's a skeleton, but even more dead. And he does have some pretty good loot on him. He has a random scroll of first level that belongs to the either wizard or warlock spell list. So anything from identify to detect magic to conjure familiar or find familiar to hex. I think maybe Bane is second level, so maybe not that. Maybe False Life, that'd be pretty funny. But just a random warlock or wizard spell of first level. In addition to that singular scroll, he also has a potion of magicka. It is a potion with probably imagine bluish liquid in it, and drinking it restores a single first level spell slot. It's not a lot, but in a pinch, it's super useful, especially if you get interrupted during a short or long rest, and you still want to have that extra magic missiles or shield in your repertoire. And yeah, that's basically this guy. It's very simple. He just kind of hangs out here with his imps, and if the party comes, they'll sick him on them, assuming that they're hostile or blue, as with all the other ones. Maybe the imps will probably see through the disguises a bit better than he does, if the party decides to go that route. But also the party may just want to pick a fight with him because they want to get his magic items, which is very reasonable to expect from this dungeon where it's mainly based around fighting monsters and acquiring treasure magic. So yeah, this has been day 134. If you want to see more, then consider liking the video, commenting down below, and subscribing to the channel so these videos show up in your recommendations more often. You could also turn on notifications if you'd like to, or you could just come back tomorrow because these videos are a daily occurrence. They come out every day, and they're going to keep coming out every day for the rest of the year. Obviously, that's a challenge. So yeah, thanks for watching and or listening. I apologize for the poor quality. It's not going to get any better.